What's up, gorgeous people? It's Amber. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a very simple fall centerpiece. Now, when I do centerpieces, I like to make them so that I can change the items out. So I do not glue my things down to the base of my centerpiece. So everything that's going to be DIY'd in this tutorial will be everything that we're putting onto the base of my centerpiece, because I like to just be able to scoop everything up, put it into a box, and then just get out my next holiday and put it on the same thing that I'm using, because I know that it fits perfectly in my table and it looks good. So I just like to keep changing it out that way. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Guys, materials are in the description box below. You're going to start with your 12-inch embroidery hoop. You're going to take your twine and you're going to tie it around the hoop, making sure to knot it in place. Then we're going to jump over to these bushels of leaves, and you're just going to pull all of the leaves off of the bushel. I got these bushels at Walmart for 97 cents each, and you're going to need 4 to do this project. Okay, once all of the leaves are off of the bushel, you're going to take one set of leaves, I guess you can call it, and you're just going to wrap it around, well, you're going to take your twine and wrap it around the leaf to secure it to the embroidery hoop. So when I first did these first two, I realized that you actually need to go ahead and wrap your leaf in place. And then after your leaf is wrapped in place, just wrap the twine by itself around the embroidery hoop to secure that leaf in place. So go ahead and wrap your twine through the leaf to put it in place, and then wrap your twine around the embroidery hoop by itself after you have wrapped that leaf on. So you're going to wrap a leaf, then your twine. Leaf, then twine. That is the process for the entire hoop. Pretty simple, but yes, it is a little tedious, and you're probably thinking, why didn't she just glue it on? I like having the flexibility of being able to move the leaves around where I want them after I'm done with putting them on, and you can't do that if you glue it on. So that's why I prefer to use the twine. This is me about halfway through, and like I said, guys, just make sure that you're wrapping your twine around the hoop by itself after you have wrapped it through your leaf, to make sure that you are securing it on there good, because my first two are quite loose, and I actually went back over them after the fact to make sure that they stayed in place where I needed them to stay. So I'm just showing you here that I almost ran out of twine, so I'm just going to go ahead and add some more. So if you run into this problem, just simply take some more twine, tie it in a knot, pull off as much as you think you need, and continue on. It's that simple. You're not going to see that knot in this massive mess of leaves when you are done wrapping, so don't be concerned about that. And you're just going to continue in the same way that you have been all along. Okay, finally, we are at the end. Yay! So in order to tie this off, you're going to take your twine and you're going to have it like in this loop thing, and you're just going to loop your twine through that loop. So you're going to loop it again, watch me, and then you're just going to put your twine through the loop. And then after you've done that a couple of times, go ahead and just knot it off in place. So this is me just tying a simple knot to knot it off in place. See that knot right there? And I'm just going to cut off my excess just like that. So finally, this part of the process is done. Now I'm just moving my leaves around so that I can put them in a way that looks a lot better than it does right now. And all I'm going to actually end up doing is pushing them all forward, like towards the inside. So I want them to get towards the inside as much as possible, because we're going to add something to the outside of this to make it look a little more finished. So just push all those leaves towards the inside of the embroidery hoop. Okay, now that I've got that done, because this looks so unfinished on the outside, I'm going to add some nautical rope. So just take your hot glue gun, dab some glue on there, and just put your nautical rope on there. That simple. Gives it more of a finished look. So I'm at the very end here, and I'm just going to secure it into place and then cut off my excess. And this small pair of scissors was the only one I had on hand at the time. Could not find my big ones when I was filming this, so I was like, okay, let's just try to make this work with this very thick rope. It ended up cutting, but you know, it took a little oomph to get that done. So just cut your rope off once you get towards the end, and you can always dip your rope in Mod Podge so that it doesn't fray, but you're gonna see here that I didn't do it that way this time. I'm just gonna add some hot glue on there and then wipe it off like after a few seconds. You know, you don't want it to be scalding hot, and I'm just gonna wipe it off so that that will prevent the rope from fraying, because you're not going to see this because I'm going to cover it up with a leaf. You're going to see that here in a minute. So I'm just not going to worry so much about it. So I'm just adding as much glue as I think I need to make sure it doesn't fray. And we're almost done with this part, guys. The next thing that I want to do is cover that up with a leaf. So I just dab some glue on there so that you can't see where the rope joined together. And I'm going to do the same thing to cover the beginning of the embroidery hoop there. I really don't want anyone to see that either. Since it's a centerpiece, you're going to want to cover those things up. So then this is officially done. Now we can move on to putting it on our charger plate. I got the charger plate at the Dollar Tree for $1. So the next thing that I'm going to do is just add all the things that, you know, I want to decorate it with. So this is just a wooden wagon that I got at Joann's, and all I did was put some of that Rust-Oleum stain on there. And then I have these pumpkins that were actually wood pieces, and I just spray painted them orange with the Rust-Oleum paint. And then I added some of those plastic bag stems and painted them brown. So those are my decorations for this, guys. After that, I'm going to add a paper towel roll candle, which I will have a tutorial on that soon if you would like to see how I made this. And that's it. It's over. That is my fall centerpiece. Pretty simple, very easy, and extremely attractive. Absolutely love it. Okay, so there you go. That's how easy it is to make a fall centerpiece. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell, like, share, do all of those things to help other people find this channel. Thanks so much for taking the time to check this out, and I'll catch you next time. Bye! What's up, gorgeous people? It's Amber. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you a really simple fall centerpiece. Yes, always just make something that I can sit on top of the, we're using a charger plate in this one, but on top of the plate or whatever it is that you're using. I just, that's not working. Getting all of their stuff out. And a lot of people like to put, what am I talking about? They can be changed out and, you know, for the next season. So season? No, not season. Or the DIY part. I hope that makes sense. So without further ado, let's just get into what we're doing today. I can't talk. So without further ado, the centerpiece, put it all together, and then you'll see that, you know,